Hi everyone, it's Irene Yu from College Consulting by You. Today we're going to be talking about a pretty delicate topic. I'm going to be touching upon teen suicide and give a response to the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why. For those of you guys who don't know what 13 Reasons Why is, it's a Netflix series based on a book about a girl named Hannah Baker. She commits suicide, leaves some cassette tapes to 13 individuals who she feels contributed to her decision to take her life. So I'll be utilizing a couple of different questions to guide this conversation about my response to the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why. Question 1 is, do you think the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why is a positive or negative influence for students? I do feel like it can romanticize the idea of suicide, and for students who are really vulnerable and may be considering suicide as an option because they just can't handle the pressure of what's going on through high school, it can be really, really detrimental and can reinforce that idea that they will pursue that pathway just as Hannah Baker did. So I feel like it can be very negative. On the flip side, I feel like if students are watching this with supervision from their parents or a guardian or some type of mentor, that it can facilitate that type of conversation so that they know that there are people who care about them. It just is a much better open discussion to have everything right on the table, especially if they're watching it right with them. Question number 2. Does the 13 Reasons Why accurately depict the high school struggles that typical students may see? Yes, unfortunately, I do feel like the series does address some really, really difficult things that we don't want to acknowledge, but does happen in school. Does it all happen to that same person? I don't know. But I do know that it is really, really tough to be a high school student now. Back in the day when I was in high school, if you were afraid or felt like you were being bullied, you had the opportunity to go back home so that you can feel safe in that environment because you're away from the bully. Right now, with technology and social media, people can haunt you anonymously, and you're not safe anywhere. And that's really discouraging to hear that that these type of things happen and that students don't know how to respond, and so some of them decide that suicide is the option because they can't handle the pressure of what's going inside their mind. Okay, question number 3. What did you feel when you saw the counselor scene at the end of the series? I was really upset because it undermines our profession as a school counselor. We've had very, very extensive training on how to relate to students, how to connect with them. And in that particular scene, it really seemed like the counselor was treating the protagonist, Hannah Baker, as the villain, that it was her fault that she was sexually assaulted. And she went there to get help. And it was so disturbing to me that a person of that position would make a student feel that way. Not to say that I'm a perfect counselor or that any counselor is perfect, but we are very, very trained individuals on how to help students. We're obviously in this profession because we care about students, and it's just really disheartening to see that this particular counselor didn't convey that care and empathy to the student. Okay, the next question is, what are some suicide warning signs? So there's a couple of things that you can observe for somebody who you might think might be suicidal. One thing is if they're giving away some of their prized possession. The second thing is that they feel hopeless and helpless, that there's no reason to live. Noticing some different behavior changes. If you see that they are engaging in more risky behaviors, such as unprotected sex, reckless drinking, taking drugs, writings or drawings about suicide, if a student has a plan on how they're going to commit suicide. If it's really, really detailed and they know exactly what they want to do to be able to do it. If they've done it before or have tried, that is a really high risk for a student who may be suicidal. So if you see or hear about that, be sure to get help right away. Don't wait till the next morning. Do it right away, because that could, in essence, save that person's life. If you feel that this video was helpful, hope you guys will like it. Leave a comment below on if you want me to continue to do other mental health type of videos with advice or tips. Share your love because we're all in it together. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.